Washington, D.C. is on high alert tonight after a targeted attack near the White House was officially declared an act of terrorism. A 20-year-old Army specialist has been killed, and a 24-year-old Air Force Staff Sergeant is fighting for his life. The ambush took place Wednesday afternoon at the Farragut Square Metro Station, where authorities say the suspect, an Afghan national, opened fire using a .357 revolver. Within hours, the FBI launched multi-state raids across Washington and San Diego, seizing electronic devices and interviewing the suspect's relatives as investigators probe his possible international links. The incident occurred on Wednesday, November 26th. The area around Farragut West Metro Station is a bustling center for commuters, only blocks away from the White House, federal offices, and major government buildings. On that day, life in the city seemed ordinary. Office workers headed home, tourists passed by, and commuters navigated through the station. Two unarmed National Guard members, Specialist Sarah Beckstrom, 20, and Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolfe, 24, were on routine security patrol. Without warning, a lone individual appeared from behind a structural column. In his hand, he carried a .357 revolver. In a matter of seconds, the attack unfolded. Multiple shots were fired at Specialist Beckstrom, striking her repeatedly. Staff Sergeant Wolfe was also hit as he attempted to protect her. Passengers panicked, diving behind escalators, pillars, and ticket booths. Metro staff activated emergency lockdown procedures. Nearby police and Secret Service personnel immediately engaged the suspect, who was wounded and taken into custody, ending the attack. Specialist Beckstrom succumbed to her injuries the following day. Her death at only 20 years old devastated her family, colleagues, and the military community. Andrew Wolfe remains in critical condition in the hospital. Both soldiers had been performing routine security duties in public spaces, highlighting the risks National Guard personnel face, even in areas considered highly secure. The attack sent shockwaves through the city, the National Guard, and the nation. The suspect was identified as Rahmanullah Lakanwal, 29, an Afghan national who was resettled in the United States following the 2021 U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan. Lakanwal had served in Afghan security units allied with U.S. forces during the conflict in Afghanistan. Authorities are examining his past military service, travel history, digital communications, and potential affiliations with extremist groups. Prosecutors have prepared charges including first-degree murder, attempted murder, and terrorism-related offenses. Investigators are determining whether he acted alone or had accomplices. In response to the attack, the FBI executed search warrants in multiple locations, including Washington State and San Diego. They seized electronic devices, documents, and other evidence. Relatives and associates of the suspect are being interviewed as part of a broader investigation that involves multiple federal agencies, including the Counterterrorism Division and intelligence units. Security measures in Washington, D.C. were immediately increased, with additional National Guard troops deployed across the city to bolster patrols and maintain order. Over 500 National Guard members were brought in to assist local police. Asylum and visa processing for Afghan nationals were temporarily suspended while federal authorities conducted an emergency review of screening procedures. Joint patrols by the police and National Guard were established near government buildings, high-traffic transit areas, and federal installations. Federal agencies also increased monitoring of online platforms to detect any related threats. Lawmakers have demanded a review of the refugee vetting process, citing the need to prevent future attacks. The attack has raised questions about national security, immigration policies, and monitoring of individuals resettled in the United States. Public confidence in safety measures has been shaken. Military families and colleagues have called for improved protection for unarmed personnel performing public-facing duties in urban areas. Beyond the statistics and official reports lies the human tragedy. Specialist Sarah Beckstrom was described as disciplined, determined, and committed to serving her country. Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolfe, critically injured, has supporters holding vigil and hoping for his recovery. Candlelight memorials and tributes have been held at the site of the attack and in nearby communities, honoring the bravery and sacrifice of the soldiers. The attack demonstrates that even highly secure areas can be vulnerable. Investigators continue to gather evidence, seeking to understand the motive, planning, and method behind the attack, as well as any potential networks or connections. Meanwhile, the nation mourns and demands accountability. Federal authorities confirm that investigations are ongoing. Digital evidence, witness statements, and forensic analysis are being examined carefully. Public safety remains a top priority, and all possible measures are being taken to prevent further threats. For the families of Specialist Beckstrom and Staff Sergeant Wolfe, the coming days will be filled with uncertainty and grief. Yet the resolve of the National Guard, law enforcement, and the community remains strong. Their courage in the face of danger highlights the risks they accept daily to protect the public. The targeted attack has left a lasting impact on Washington, D.C. and the nation as a whole. It underscores the importance of vigilance, preparedness, and rapid response. The FBI and other agencies are committed to uncovering every detail, ensuring accountability, and reinforcing the security of the Capitol. In Washington, officials are examining how a resettled individual could carry out such an attack. Questions about the vetting process and long-term monitoring of foreign nationals are being scrutinized. Lawmakers and security experts are calling for immediate policy reviews to prevent similar incidents in the future. National Guard personnel and local law enforcement have increased presence in the city. Security perimeters have been strengthened around government buildings, key transit hubs, and public gathering locations. Additional surveillance, intelligence gathering, and rapid response measures have been implemented. The human cost of the attack is deeply felt across Washington, D.C., the military community, and the nation. Specialist Sarah Beckstrom's family, colleagues, and friends are in profound mourning, grappling with the sudden loss of a young life full of promise and dedication. Messages of support have poured in from across the country, highlighting the impact of her death on fellow service members and civilians alike. Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolfe's loved ones remain vigilant, standing beside him in the hospital, hoping and praying for his recovery. Friends, fellow soldiers, and medical staff have described the ongoing battle he faces as a testament to his resilience and courage in the face of grave injury. Fellow service members have come together to honor both Beckstrom and Wolfe, holding solemn ceremonies and informal gatherings to pay tribute to their bravery. Military units stationed in and around Washington have lowered flags to half-mast, and colleagues have shared stories of Beckstrom's and Wolfe's dedication, their professionalism, and their unwavering commitment to duty. Communities have organized candlelight vigils at Farragut Square and in nearby neighborhoods, offering quiet spaces for reflection and remembrance. Flowers, wreaths, and letters have been left at memorial sites, forming a living tribute to those who risked their lives to protect others. This attack has also brought renewed attention to broader questions of national security, including the effectiveness of asylum programs, the vetting of refugees, and monitoring of individuals admitted under humanitarian and resettlement programs. Federal authorities are conducting detailed reviews of the processes by which Rahmanullah Lakanwal entered the United States, seeking to identify any gaps in security and oversight. Every aspect of his background, including prior service in Afghanistan, digital footprints, travel history, financial records, and personal connections, is being meticulously analyzed to ensure that similar attacks can be prevented in the future. Investigators are working around the clock, coordinating across multiple federal, state, and local agencies to uncover motive, connections, and any potential accomplices. Intelligence analysts are examining online activity, encrypted communications, and financial transactions, while law enforcement officers conduct interviews and forensic investigations. The investigation is ongoing, with federal agencies emphasizing that the safety of the public, the security of the Capitol, and the protection of service members remain the highest priorities. The attack starkly highlights the vulnerability of even highly secured areas in major cities and the constant need for vigilance. Military families, lawmakers, and federal officials have called for a comprehensive review of current security protocols, policies, and procedures. Coordination between agencies has intensified to ensure rapid responses to threats and to minimize risk to both personnel and civilians. Training exercises and security assessments are being revisited, and the lessons learned from this attack are expected to influence future operational standards. The personal sacrifices of Specialist Beckstrom and Staff Sergeant Wolfe underscore the human dimension of targeted violence. Their courage reflects the dedication of all members of the National Guard and military service, who routinely place themselves in harm's way to protect others. The stories of their service and sacrifice inspire communities, reinforce the need for vigilance, and highlight the enduring importance of security, discipline, and accountability in protecting the nation. As Washington, D.C. continues to process the shock and grief from this incident, the investigation moves forward with urgency. Authorities remain committed to uncovering every detail, ensuring accountability, and preventing future attacks. The tragedy serves as a solemn reminder of the risks faced by those who serve in public and military roles, as well as the importance of robust vetting and security measures across all levels of government. The nation mourns the loss of Specialist Beckstrom, honors her life, and stands in support of Staff Sergeant Wolfe as he fights for recovery. The attack has left a lasting impact not only on the families directly affected, but also on the broader military, law enforcement, and civilian communities. Justice, security, and accountability are now the central focus, and federal agencies, local authorities, and the public continue to grapple with the implications of the attack. In the heart of the nation's capital, the incident serves as a powerful reminder of the dedication, bravery, and selflessness of the National Guard. Those who serve daily, often without recognition, are constantly putting their lives at risk to protect the public and ensure the safety of the community. The attack underscores the vital importance of vigilance, preparedness, and a commitment to justice as authorities continue their investigation. The city mourns, the nation reflects, and the commitment to safeguard those who serve remains unwavering. Even in the face of tragedy, the resilience of the military and civilian communities shines through. Candlelight vigils, memorial services, and public tributes continue to honor the lives affected. Specialists